What's going on, guys? It's N60 Sean, and we saw last episode that Septiplier TDM were trying to get to the bottom of who attacked Jack and Mark at the end of their match against Stampy and Terror887. But meanwhile, inside the prison cell where Vanoss, Trayaurus and PopularMMOs have been held, they've managed to break out. Vanoss, using Diogenes' head as a battering ram, has managed to break out of the prison, and it looks like Vanoss, Trayaurus and PopularMMOs might be able to make a bid for freedom here, as Diogenes is getting dismantled on the outside. But wait a second, Terror887 now have appeared in the prison cell in police uniforms. Super kick to PopularMMOs, and just as it looked like that Trayaurus and PopularMMOs were going to join Vanoss in a bid for freedom, these two schmucks appeared out of nowhere and started laying waste to PopularMMOs. We've got a prison riot on our hands here. Vanoss still absolutely decimating Diogenes on the outside of the ring, as PopularMMOs and Trayaurus are fighting for their lives inside the cell. Are they going to be able to make a bid for freedom? Big super kick to Diogenes. Vanoss, I think he's just so annoyed by being incarcerated for the second series in a row. He's just laying a beat down in revenge. We've also been going on in the N60 arena here. It's JackSepticEye is now coming to the ring, and Jack is calling out the masked guys who attacked him and Mark at the end of their six-man tag against Stampy and Terror887. He's calling them out face to face. No sneak attacks. Why don't you come out here and face him and Mark like some proper upstanding human beings? I don't think we're dealing with upstanding human beings here, as PopularMMOs now has managed to escape the cell, and Diogenes, who's just about getting the best of Vanoss, saw Pat coming and realised that the only way really for him to go was up if he was going to try and escape a beatdown at the hands of PopularMMOs. And now we've got big problems, big dangerous situations, as Vanoss and Diogenes are scaling the top of the cell, with Trayaurus with a sucker punch and to Terror887, a shimmy and a shuffle and a double punch to the head. It looked like he punched Timmy Terror in the nipples there, which is quite odd. Quite strange offense from Trayaurus. And here comes Mark. So Jack and Mark are calling out the mask guys as they head to the ring. And we've still got Vanoss and Diogenes on top of the cell. This is not a good place for either of these two to be right now. And an even worse place is Diogenes has been put through the cell at the hands of Vanoss, who slides down like Spider-Man and cleans out Timmy Terror with a huge clothesline. Vanoss has gone absolutely berserk here, as the inmates are running the asylum, and the prisoners in this prison riot have got the upper hand. The Septiplier come down to ring. Hang on a second. Those masked guys with another sneak attack on Jack and Mark. Who is behind these masks? They attacked Jack and Mark at the end of the six-man tag. One of these guys attacked Dan TDM after he sort of pursued Detective Pikachu, and now the tables have turned. Timmy Terror has managed to just brawl out of the cell once again, and Vanoss is just trying to incapacitate these guys long enough for himself, PopularMMOs and Trayaurus to make a break for it. And this will do it. PopularMMOs with Mr. Mister up high, F5, dropping Mr. Mister on his face. They need to get out because their buddies are taking an absolute pasting back in the N60 arena. PopularMMOs sending Mr. Mister to the outside. Is Trayaurus is taking a beating here. This is just a riot. It's an insane asylum. And speaking of insane, the mask guys now with a neck breaker to Markiplier right on the stage in there, right on the ramp. And one of them was going to get a table as JackSepticEye flies in with a super kick and a drop kick. Can Septiplier regain the upper hand in this face-off, as this one's turned back into a 3-on-3 brawl? Big right hand from Mr. Mister. Another huge right hand to Vanoss, and it looks like that Terror887 and Diogenes could be getting the upper hand once again here. Jack now with the table. Speaking of getting the upper hand seems to be going back in Septiplier's favour. Jack sent into the table. Not good news, bad news, worse news. The very worst news is Jack is put through a table, the same table he set up and he just got sneaking a weeked. And now both of these guys are getting tables. Or even more tables out here. And Vanoss is climbing once again. I think what the strategy here is of the inmates is to try and lure the police guys to the top of the cell in order to be able to do some sort of offense, throwing them off the roof, presumably, to incapacitate them long enough to be able to escape. That could be the only reasoning for them to be climbing up instead of trying to head out. And now Pat, I think sensing the strategy, is climbing up to join them, and Terror887 taking the bait. And then we're looking like we're going to have all 6 guys on top of the cell, which is going to end in bad news for someone. Could this be the last time we see Vanoss, PopularMMOs and Trayaurus in an N60 video? And Vanoss trying to just, look at this, Timmy Terror stumbling dangerously on the edge there. And a big drop kick, just not managing to knock the big guy off his feet. Oh, big integrate. That'll sit you down, mate. That will sit you down. I just don't think Septiceye ever truly recovered from that sneak attack. Jack getting put through the table didn't help. And what was supposed to be a one-on-one face-off has turned into an absolute mugging from these mask guys. Unless Jack and Mark can maybe sneak a mask off. Maybe that can be something. You don't need, I mean, this isn't a match, this is just a brawl. They don't need to win here. They need to get these masks off and find out who these guys are. And there's a ladder being brought into play. And Trayaurus is winding up. Big uppercut. And now Pat with 1 powerbomb to Mr. Second powerbomb to Mr. That cell roof is going to give way, and on the 3rd powerbomb, Mr. sent flying downwards 15 feet below. And now Diogenes is going to join him the hard way as he falls through the same hole made by those power bombs. And could Timmy Terror be going the same way as his buddies here? Even flow DDT to Markiplier with that ladder set up, 2 tables stacked on top of each other, and one of these mask guys going up top the ladder to try and add some insult to injury, but Jax manages to head off at the pass. This is going to end badly for someone. Jack has his right hand blocked. And oh wait, here we go. Jack is in big trouble. Put through 2 tables from the top of the ladder. And that is the exclamation point. 3 tables destroyed at the hands of these mask guys. And now, if that's not enough, they're destroying more furniture. Oh my days. Septiceye are getting absolutely decimated. We've seen Allier completely taken apart. We've seen H-Road Delirious completely taken apart. It's someone just working to try and take out all of the top guys in the N60 universe. PopularMMOs, Vanoss taken into custody. Trayaurus kind of got arrested by accident, but you can see the pattern. You can see the pattern that is taking place here as champions alike are just getting taken out one by one. And oh wait, Timmy Terror is going to be, and Timmy Terror is powerbomb off the side. Oh, and Vanoss, because he's a nut job, has just jumped off the cell and followed after him. Guys, you need to make a run for it. You've just managed to incapacitate everyone. Vanoss is just incapacitating himself. Classic Vanoss. Vanoss, he's thrown himself up there. Look at him just trying to throw himself up the ramp like a fish because he's injured himself flying off the cell. Get up, Vanoss, mate. You need to make a run for it. And now Vanoss finally getting to his feet. And PopularMMOs, Trayaurus and Vanoss managing to escape the prison cell, and revenge has got to be on the mind of Septiceye after that sneak attack. Will we find out who is behind the mask? What is happening? Why are all the top guys being systematically incapacitated? All of that and more in the next episode, guys. I've been N60 Sean. Make sure, if you haven't already, check out our Dan TDM My Career Mode series. We're going to have another episode of that tomorrow, and we'll have another Season 10 match after that. Like, the pattern at the moment is Season 10, My Career, Season 10, My Career. That's kind of how we're going with this. So hopefully you guys are cool with that. Yeah, so I've been N60 Sean. Hope you guys are all excellent and stuff. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.